Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So the question of the day is America all about messing up a white man's money? Is all we're doing is working for the white man, and change only comes to benefit us when we mess up his money? Listen to this clip.
America was started as a business. It's not about your freedom, it's a business. So we're sitting up begging these white men to give us rights. No, affect their money. That's why white men change stuff. Segregation ended because of the Montgomery boys boycott, because the city of Montgomery almost went bankrupt because of an 18-month boycott. These white men all of a sudden didn't change their minds. Abraham Lincoln did not free enslaved people because he felt like he needed to do this. He did it to cripple the South economically. Anytime they've done anything, it wasn't to help us because we were humans. It was to mess up another white man's money. So we don't get rights until we mess up a white man's money. That's it. And until they see us as human beings, we have to mess their money up. That's it.
I don't know who this is. I don't keep up with the newest celebrities anymore, but she sounds like a comedian. But she's right. It's all about economics. Unfortunately, it is about economics. She's right about the Montgomery bus boycott. She's also right about the Civil War. They were trying to cripple the South because the North wanted to take the money, the wealth, out of the South. Before the Civil War, the money in the United States was in the South. It was in the labor of the enslaved people. That's where the wealth was. And once they broke that, the South was brought to its knees financially, and the South has not recovered from that. So she's right about that. The only power that Black Americans have is through collective action. And they saw that during the Civil Rights Movement, the collective action, moving together as a group. And that's when they decided we have to break them up. I worked in a school for many years, and it was an upscale white school. And one year we had a teacher, a white teacher, who transferred from a school on the west side, on the black side of town. And she came into the school complaining about the children and the parents. And she said, it's too many of them over there together. They need to be broken up. So that's the fear, too many of them together. So that is why there has been a concerted effort to weaken the strength of Black Americans, whether it's through weakening the family, putting drugs into the community, not giving Black men employment, mass incarceration. It's all about breaking them up. It's too many of them over there together. So that's where the strength is, with too many of us over there together. So the white man knows, and I say the white man, I'm talking about the ones who run the country. They know that the strategy is to mess with their money. So they take measures to make it more difficult for you to mess with their money. One of the things they've done that has really hurt everybody, they've broken the backs of the labor unions. So you can't negotiate for more money or more time off or more sick pay, sick leave, the things that you need. That's one of the ways that they make it more difficult for you to mess with their money. Another way that they keep people messing with their money is that the rich form corporations. They form large corporations and they raise prices. They keep prices high and wages low so that you can't get ahead, you can't get independent financially, so you can fight them. And that hurts Black people more than it does white people, because we were never able to build a nest egg to have anything to fall back on in the first place. So therefore, so many of us are living paycheck to paycheck. And that keeps your nose to the grind, where you can't even form any kind of group to fight back. We live in a capitalistic society, and they say it's free enterprise and private ownership. Yeah, but you gotta have money to own something and to participate in that free enterprise. So that is one of the ways that they keep you from messing with their money. Keep you poor, and that was one of the curses that were placed on us when we came here. Keep us poor. Because as long as they keep us poor, we keep the economy propped up. We do the hard labor that keeps the economy going, but we don't make the big money. I think we were all astonished back when President Obama became president, when we were in that deep financial crisis and those banks in New York were about to fail, and they got millions and millions of dollars saying that they were too big to fail or too something to fail. They got the money. And we, the little people, were scrounging trying to make ends meet. Also with these big manufacturing companies, those guys that are the CEOs of those companies make millions in bonuses, and the workers can barely get a raise. So that's how they do it. They keep the wealth gap as wide as they can so that the rich gets richer and the poor stays poor. There are many strategies that this system uses to keep itself going, to keep itself propped up. But as far as the black community is concerned, the major goal after the 1960s was to keep black people divided against each other. So all of our institutions were targeted. The church, the home, and the schools. All of them were too strong. We were becoming too competitive, and it had to be stopped. And you see what happened. I have often wondered, why can't we live in a society that we can get along with each other and treat each other like human beings? I think that black people would be amenable to that. I think we would be willing to do it. But for some reason, this whole thing about messing with the white man's money gets in the way of people being able to live like civilized human beings. But as for black Americans, the only way that we're going to really get any strength and progress as a group is when we move together collectively as a group, not considering anybody else, just considering what we want to achieve as a group. That's the key to our independence, because other people are never going to stop and say, oh yeah, that's right, they're human beings too. That's never going to happen. We have to acknowledge and value our own humanity. And when we work together and get things accomplished because we know we can, then other people won't have a choice but to acknowledge our humanity. But it does have to start with us. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about the video. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.